Hollywood's Wild Child, the rise and chaos of Lindsay Lohan. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're peeling back the layers of a Hollywood story that's equal parts dazzling and downright wild. We're talking about Lindsay Lohan, a star who went from ruling the teen scene to dominating tabloid headlines for all the wrong reasons. This is Hollywood's Wild Child, the rise and chaos of Lindsay Lohan. Grab a snack, hit that like button, and let's dive into this 2000s roller coaster. The Disney darling. A Star is Born. Let's set the stage. Lindsay D. Lohan comes into the world on July 2nd, 1986 in Long Island, New York. She's got that fiery red hair, freckles, and a spark that screams future star. Her parents, Dina and Michael, see it too. By age 3, she's signed with Ford Models. Yup, 3 years old, posing for Calvin Klein kids campaigns, Pizza Hut commercials, even a Jell-O ad with Bill Cosby. She's adorable, and the camera loves her. Fast forward to 1998. Lindsay's 11, and Disney hands her the role of a lifetime, The Parent Trap. She's playing twins, Hallie and Annie, swapping lives with a cheeky grin and a spot-on British accent. The movie's a smash, raking in over $92 million worldwide, and critics are raving about this kid's talent. Disney's execs are rubbing their hands together, thinking, we've got our next big thing. The early 2000s? That's Lindsay's golden age. In 2003, she's rocking Freaky Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis, swapping bodies, shredding guitar solos, pure box office magic. It pulls in $160 million, and Lindsay's charm is undeniable. Then, 2004 hits with Mean Girls. Written by Tina Fey, this movie's a cultural earthquake. Fetch and You Can't Sit With Though become part of the lexicon. Lindsay's Regina George is iconic, blonde, mean, and unforgettable. She's 18, strutting red carpets in Versace, gracing Teen Vogue covers, and even drops a pop album, Speak. It goes platinum. Rumors is a bop, and she's got the world at her feet. Hollywood's buzzing. Lindsay's the next Julia Roberts. But hold up. There's trouble brewing behind that megawatt smile. The party life takes over, from sets to club. By 2005, Lindsay's 19 and living the LA dream, or nightmare, depending on how you look at it. She's done with Disney's squeaky clean vibe and dives headfirst into the nightlife. We're talking Hollywood hotspots. Les Deux, Hyde, Chateau Marmont. She's rolling with the ultimate 2000s crew, Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie, Britney Spears. They're the it girls, and Lindsay's their ringleader. Paparazzi are like vultures. Every night they're catching her, spilling out of clubs, drink in one hand, cigarette in the other, oversized sunglasses hiding bloodshot eyes at 3 a.m. The tabloids can't get enough. U.S. Weekly's running Lohan's Party Meltdown covers weekly. They call it her wild phase, but it's deeper than that. Her family's a mess. Dina, her mom, is her manager, but she's at the clubs too, sipping martinis while Lindsay's stumbling. Some say Dina's less parent, more bestie, pushing Lindsay into the spotlight instead of pulling her back. Then there's Michael, her dad. He's a former Wall Street guy turned train wreck, arrested for fraud, DUIs, you name it. He's in and out of jail, airing family drama on talk shows, clashing with Dina publicly. Lindsay's stuck in the crossfire, and it's showing. She's still working. Herbie. Fully Loaded in 2005 is a cute Disney throwback, and Just My Luck in 2006 piped for her with Chris Pine. But the whispers are getting louder. Directors complain she's late, sometimes hours late, or doesn't show us sorted up at all. Co-stars roll their eyes at her diva antics. There's talk of more than just alcohol, rumors of harder stuff floating around her circle. The cracks aren't just showing now, they're splitting wide open. The DUI disasters, 2007's Double Trouble. Okay, 2007, this is the year it all explodes. May 26th, Lindsay's behind the wheel of her black Mercedes in Beverly Hills. It's 5 a.m. and she's not exactly cruising. She slams into a curb near the Troubadour Club. Cops roll up, and it's bad news. They find a small baggie of what they ID as cocaine in her car. Breathalyzer says she's over the limit. DUI, bam. She's 20, and that mugshot hits the internet like a bomb. Big eyes, messy hair, a look that says, what just happened? She bails out, claims the drugs weren't hers, but the headlines don't care. Lindsay's done for. 2 months later, July 24th, it's deja vu, but worse. She's in Santa Monica, driving a white Denali, and she's chasing her assistant's mom down the Pacific Coast Highway. Yep, you heard me, chasing her in a car, weaving through traffic like it's a movie stunt. Cops pull her over, and it's a repeat. Alcohol on her breath, another baggie of white powder, and this time she's wearing bracelets. $11,000 worth, allegedly swiped from a friend. Now the white parties. Puff kicked them off in '98 in East Hampton, New York, a rich kid playground. The rule? Wear white, be elite. The first one was small, 200 guests, rappers mixing with Wall Street types under fairy lights. Puff wore a white suit, grinning ear to ear, hosting like a prince. Word spread fast. By 2000, it was the summer event. 1,000 invites, helicopters dropping stars like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Jennifer Lopez into his backyard. Picture it, a sprawling estate, pools with floating candles, live bands, and waiters juggling Moet bottles. Leo danced with models by the cabanas. Beyonce and Jay whispered in a corner. Paris Hilton twirled for paparazzi. In 2001, Puff told Vogue, "Leo's my number one, he brings the energy." Ashton Kutcher crashed one in flip-flops, laughing it off when Puff teased him. The 2006 Beverly Hills Bash had Mariah Carey belting impromptu notes, Diddy spinning tracks himself, 2 turntables, no script. Tabloids ate it up. Puff's white party outshines Oscars, and MTV aired specials. These weren't parties, they were cultural flexes. But there was buzz beneath the glamour. Locals griped, traffic jams, noise, chaos. Insiders whispered about after parties. Once the cameras left, VIPs slipped into private wings. More champagne, louder music, and a vibe that felt looser. Puff shrugged it off. We're just having fun. But those whispers planted seeds. Seeds that grow into something ugly. Then came the freak-offs, the dark flip side. These weren't advertised, weren't photographed. Allegedly starting in the early 2000s, they happened in Puff's LA and Miami mansions, sprawling pads with soundproof rooms and locked doors. Lawsuits later claimed they were marathons, days of drugs, sex, and power plays. Cocaine, ecstasy, ketamine, whatever kept the night going. Guess? A mix. Stars, wannabes, and some say people who didn't want to be there. Cassie Ventura, Puff's ex from 2007 to 2018, lit the fuse in 2023. Her lawsuit was a gut punch. She said Puff controlled her, beat her, drugged her, forced her into freak-offs with hired workers while he watched, camera in hand. She described nights where he'd spike drinks, demand acts, and keep tapes as blackmail. They settled in a day, millions hushed it up. But the dam broke. Lil Rod, a producer, sued in 2024, alleging Puff assaulted him and ran a criminal enterprise of exploitation. Jane Roe claimed rape in 1991 at a Bad Boy event. Audria English, a former nanny, said she was trafficked at parties, lured with promises, trapped with threats. March 26, 2024. Homeland Security raided his homes, LA, Miami, SWAT teams rolling deep. They seized drugs, guns, AR-15s with scratched serials, and, wildest of all, 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. TikTok lost it. What's the oil for? And conspiracies flew. September 16, 2024. Puff's arrested in Manhattan. Charges: racketeering, sex trafficking, prostitution. Prosecutors said he'd dope women, coerce them into freak-offs, and use his empire to cover it. Tapes, witnesses, wiretaps, they had a mountain. Puff pleaded not guilty, but the vibe was grim. The arrest was a bishing. Twitter lit up. A Diddy party trended with memes and dread. Old clips resurfaced. Justin Bieber, 15, at Puff's house, looking spooked. 48 hours with Diddy, Puff bragged. Fans screamed grooming. No proof stuck, but the optics stung. The Diddy list leaked. 90-plus names from Usher to Nicki Minaj tied to his parties. Were they complicit? Clueless? Ashton Kutcher, who joked about Puff's secrets on Hot Ones, clammed up. Jay-Z and Beyonce faced heat. Did they know? Bay's Ivy Park took a sales hit. Jay stayed silent. Conspiracy buffs went nuts. Some tied Puff to Biggie's 1997 murder, jealousy or betrayal. Others linked him to Kim Porter's 2018 death. Pneumonia officially, but whispers of foul play lingered. Aaliyah's 2001 plane crash, Tupac's 1996 hit. Puff's name floated in every theory, evidence or not. His team fought back. Lawyer Mark Agnifilo called it racist persecution. Janice Combs wept on TV. They're crucifying my boy. In jail, Puff griped about cold oatmeal more than the charges, classic Diddy. If convicted, it's life in a cell. So who's P. Diddy? A visionary who turned hustle into history, Biggie's mentor, hip-hop's mogul, black excellence personified? Or a tyrant who let power rot into something sick? He gave us classics, Mo Money Mo Problems, Bad Boy for Life, and broke ceilings for entrepreneurs of color. His white parties were iconic, until the freak-offs rewrote the script. Love him, hate him, or both, Puff's mark is indelible, a supernova of ambition, burning bright, then crashing hard. Outro. That's P. Diddy's wildlife, y'all, from the top to the trap. What do you think? Genius, villain, or a mix? Smash that like button, subscribe, and drop your take in the comments. What's next for Diddy? We'll keep watching. See you in the next one.